Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're taking an unusual route through Central Paphos. We're getting lost in Universal and we're ending up at SODAP Beach area. So let's have the map up, and we're starting off by the main post office and the hospital, and we're coming down to Butcher Boy Road, but we're not staying on there. We're going on a side road down to Universal area. We get a bit lost in Universal, but so what? But we plop out the other end of that, and we end up coming out near SODAP Beach area and the big tower. So we're currently going down the road to the hospital roundabout. You've got the main post office there on the right, and up here is a turning, not that one, the next one, you turn left to get to the hospital, the main general one, right where that car was going there. But we're staying on here and heading down to the what's called, I believe, is the hospital roundabout, but I'm sure it has many names. It has a nice fountain on it, and at night it's illuminated as well. At the moment it's only one colour, but sometimes, like the one by Debenhams and the stadium, the colour does cycle. It looks very pretty at Christmas as well when they have decorations around it. We're going left here because we're heading down to Butcher Boy Road. That's not its official name, but ever since we got to Paphos, people from immigrants to local Cypriots alike seem to call it Butcher Boy Road. And the ironic thing is, Butcher Boy has now moved somewhere else. So whether this is now Old Butcher Boy Road or something else, I don't know. But I still call it Butcher Boy Road. And we turn right here at the traffic lights to get there. Now, I was very lucky on this route, because not until the very end did I have any issues with the lights. They were all in my favour. And obviously here I have to worry a little bit about traffic, but I was able to nudge my way through easily enough. But we're turning a left straight here. Now, if you're into online shopping and have discovered Temu, one of the places where their packages arrive is just down here on the left by Alpha Mega. I mentioned that because we didn't know where it was to start with, but then we found it. And if you go into it and there's lots of boxes lying around and a puzzled bloke looking at you, it means you've come in through the wrong door. The main door is on the main road down here. So not that door there. If you go on to the other entrance, you'll find the people there who you give your code to, etc. Anyway, now we're turning right and we're going down this road. This runs all the way down to Universal. On the left, you'll have Alpha Mega. And you can also turn down here soon to get to Blue Cross Hospital if you want to find Blue Cross Hospital and have a hope of parking. I think I said Blue Cross Hospital then, didn't I? Never mind. Anyway, subscribe to our channel. That means follow us on YouTube and click that little notifications bell and share the films you see far and wide. And also, if you want to help us out financially, go to our buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Live page and bung us a few coffees. It's always encouraging to get them. And if you want to get something back in return, then go to our Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life, and you can buy various memorabilia of Paphos using photographs that we publish, such as calendars, phone covers. You can even get a t-shirt. Okay, and follow us on Facebook at Paphos Life and join our Paphos Chat Facebook group. And that's it for the marketing. Hooray! So onwards we go. There's another roundabout here with an obscure bit of artwork on it that looks a little bit similar to the one they've got down on the Paphos walkway between the harbour and Lighthouse Beach. It could just be a random coincidence. I don't think I filmed driving down here before, though I could be wrong. It'll eventually bring us out onto the B6. I'll say near the pet shop, because there is a good pet shop down there. Near the police stations as well, and the fire engines. And also on the left up here at some point, there's a little turning which takes you to a very interesting little chapel. I think I just passed it there. Right, anyway, so again, the lights were green and I could just drive through here. This is so rare being able to do this. I should add a little fanfare here or something. But that's probably tempting fate for future journeys, so I won't. And just around there is where the main Paphos Carnival starts each year. And then heads up to Kennedy Square, which is far to our right now. So now we're driving into Universal. I could have gone straight, kept on this road and gone straight down to the main dual carriageway that runs along the bottom of Paphos from Kings Avenue Mall towards Yoskapoo. But I thought I'd be a bit more adventurous, so I'm turning right here and heading off into Universal. I'm not sure what my route's going to be, and it did take me quite some time to retrace it in order to be able to draw that map. I was tempted to just do a big squiggle, but professionalism kicked in and I presented the map that you saw, which is an actually accurate route. So there was an awful lot of new builds going on here. I mean, in the last 10 years, this place has changed dramatically. I mean, I can understand why, because it was weird having like a lot of farmland and wasteland in the middle of a city. Now it's being utilised properly. See, these are all new. There's some even still in the process of being built. Universal, I used to think it was mainly complexes for holiday lets and stuff like that, but there's obviously more to it than that. There's obviously a lot of local Cypriots live here as well. Well, because as you'll see in shortly, I discovered a school at one point. I didn't know it was here until I made this film. So I'm going right now, if you're following. It's just taking me towards the main road from Old Town down to Kato Paphos, but I wanted to avoid that, so I'm going to turn left here as soon as I can. So yes, it's a general a mix. What it is predominantly though is residential. There aren't many shops here, so it's like the suburbs of Paphos, if you like, with the occasional crop field thrown in for good measure, like you see on the right there. I guess at some point that'll get built on. I mean, you can understand it must be worth a fortune these days, all that land. I'm not completely lost yet when I made this, but I wasn't far off it. And it's very easy when I'm drawing the map route later to think, oh, I should have gone down there or whatever. But when you're in the actual car, and especially when there's so many new builds and building sites, it can get very confusing. So here we go again. We're going to go left or right. Let's go right. But yes, there are a few restaurants in Universal. As far as I'm aware, they're all in one little place, which we'll see fairly soon. And they're very nice as well. I mean, we ate there a couple of times, because when we first moved to Cyprus, we rented in Universal for a couple of months before buying our final property up in Palemi. And that gave us a bit of a buffer zone, so that we could just do things without being in a horrendous rush. This is the main road, one of the main roads through Universal. Or is it? I'm confused now myself. No, I think we're just coming up to that now. Yeah, I think if I'd carried on up this way, I'd be back where I was, and I was talking about the pet shop and the traffic lights. But we turned right here now, heading more towards Yoskapoo, or Yoskipoo, sorry. mean, when I'm older and wanting to be close to a hospital, I can see myself wanting to move back to somewhere like Universal because it is very central, and I didn't have any issues with noise. I mean, some people say, oh, they could hear dogs barking, but that applies everywhere, pretty much in Cyprus. It's a good tip, though, that before you move anywhere, go there at night, just to see what it's like. I mean, you should also visit it. I mean, it's one thing coming to Cyprus in the summertime or late spring or early autumn thinking, oh, this is paradise, but you really want to see what it's like in January or February as well, just to make sure that you're not moving to a holiday location. What I mean is, some people might get disheartened to find that it does rain here, for instance, and stuff like that. Right, at this point in the drive, I'm pretty much lost. I'm just driving aimlessly and seeing where I end up. I think I have a rare occasion where I actually end up in a dead end, which is where I'm going now. I should have just got the code straight on there. Easier to say that with hindsight. Yeah, look at that, dead end. So let's get out of here and crack on, try somewhere else. See, I could have cut all this little bit out, but I wanted to show you that I do make mistakes occasionally. Alternatively, I couldn't be asked. There you go, you got two versions. You can decide yourself which you think is true. Anyway, there's a school I mentioned, it's on the left. I'm guessing that's a junior school, so I'm happy to be proved wrong or corrected. The reason I say that is because you're more likely to get that than a senior school here, because they tend to clump the senior schools more together, or they have fewer of them. I can't remember the exact reason. I was just going on what my wife said, who's an ex-teacher and knows such things. Anyway, I know where I am now, and I'm going to come up soon to the road where those restaurants I was on, so I'll be able to see where they are yourself. If you're thinking of moving to Paphos, you could do a lot worse than renting in Universal, first of all, just to get your bearings like we did. Right, that's a good little supermarket that was as well. If you go left here, you'll come to the restaurants. But I'm going right because I think by now I was fed up with Universal and I wanted to go out. I'd had enough. So now we're heading down to Central Paphos. And we're coming up to the main dual carriageway any minute. And here you have to turn left, it being a dual carriageway. And again, no problem with the traffic. And even coming up here and turning right towards the seafront. There's green light all the way. If you do have any questions about moving to Paphos or Cyprus, you want to not just our Paphos chat group, but join a number of groups on Facebook, because there are lots of people there. Most of them are friendly, and a lot of people have already done it and they'll be able to give you advice. steer to the people who have done it recently, though, because since Brexit the process has changed, and so you might get well-meaning advice that's out of date otherwise. I mean, we moved here on the cusp, well, literally the vote for it was happening as we were going through the final phases of buying a property. You can imagine how chaotic that was. Right, so here's the main Posidonus Avenue. You've got the Alexander the Great Hotel. You've got the Amavi. And the big tower. And we're going to be turning into the SODAP Beach car park. And right now we get the only bit of traffic that we got. But you can't have everything. Anyway, thank you for watching our film, and I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, especially if you're thinking of moving to Paphos and wanted a place to use as a base. You know now know that you can go to Universal. And with that, we'll say see you in the next film, and take care. Cheers.